Aqua gang, 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 gang. What it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my beautiful Aquarian soul family, my Aqua gang in this thing. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. The energy, I'm not gonna lie. It does feel like it needs a bit of a disclaimer. I'm gonna try to take my time with this, even though I feel like I want to rush through it. It's almost like this feeling of, you know, when you're uncomfortable and people just try to jump over stuff because it's uncomfortable to sit in it, or it's uncomfortable to kind of just move through it. It's very uncomfortable. Okay, so I almost want to rush through it, but I'm also getting this feeling on like my shoulder to like, please slow down. A hand on my shoulder, like you're gonna have to slow. You're gonna have to sit in this. I don't want to. This don't even got nothing to do with me. And they're like, you know, you're gonna have to sit in this one. So please, first and foremost, right? Anytime we have a reading that's more on the heavier side, I always do a disclaimer because I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself. Take care of you, boo. So if you're struggling with your mental health, you may want to revisit this, okay? At another time. This could be a little triggering. Because there is energy of this person not necessarily taking responsibility, but it's sort of like, I don't know, trying to just jump over what happened into a happily ever after. Wanting you to forget about what happened, right? Wanting to dead the situation of the past and start anew like nothing ever happened. I don't know, like there is a triggering energy. Like, how dare you? I'll be mad about this as long as I want to. So anywho, please take heed to the disclaimer. This is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, and Rising, and Venus signs. This is a general message. It does feel very specific, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it be like that. I heard everything ain't for everybody. What? I'm not for everybody. You stood on business. That's how I'm hearing that. You will dead a situation, even if your heart is in it. Okay? You understand that there are certain things that are for you, certain things that are not for you. And you also understand that there are certain people who just can't handle what you're putting down. They want you to place yourself on sale, on a clearance rack, in order to afford you. And that's just not how life works. Everything ain't for everybody. Now, this is possibly where the trigger warning is coming in at, because I feel like this person is coming in to express some things, but it might trigger you, whatever they're going to say. Because the way that they should be coming towards you is totally different than how I feel they are going to step towards you, Two of Cups. Or the way that they're going to approach salvaging things. There's a death here, right? But this person is having a hard time releasing what was. Please like the video, you guys. Shoot me a comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already. You see, rushing right past that, right? Like rushing, just wanting to go right through it. This gives the energy of somebody who you may have released a long time ago, but they are unable to release you. The trust was definitely broken here. And I just heard that this is somebody who is having a hard time getting over the past. But the toughest pill to swallow is their own behavior. The Page of Cups to me feels like somebody who is trying to like dumb down what they did. They were initially trying to dumb down what the two of you had, but that's impossible. Okay, so that was unsuccessful. And now that they see that it's deeper than what they initially thought, and it could be because of your absence. It could also be because of the shift in your perspective of this relationship, right? Because you may have gone from cups to swords, right? Like that's a shift. That's a shift change, a swift change. So I feel like they went from trying to invalidate what the two of you were to that being a fail, and now they're just trying to invalidate what really happened. Okay. This very first card that came out, Trust, I put it up here, right? Because it's at the center of the reading, but it kind of kept toppling over like that. Like it just didn't want to even be a part. Like this is just lies, right? There is no trust. The trust was broken. And I feel like this is somebody who is having a hard time releasing what all occurred here. It says transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept, hello? Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. They're having a hard, the acceptance is not there. It's like they're not willing to accept their part in things, even though it's clearly evident in their effects, in the aftermath, what their role was. And it's also giving the energy of somebody who has felt forced to have this transformation. The Death card is here. This is a transformed person, but it almost feels like they transformed. The transition is like they were dragged there, kicking and screaming. The Page of Cups also suggests that this person is very emotionally immature, which is why they would want to place all of the spilled cups over in your arena. Like what you're doing to them, how you're making them feel, your effect, your impact on this, which also allows them to not look at what they've done or what their part was. Because I do feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the part that this person played, it was the nail in the coffin, is how I'm hearing that. You could have been very gracious to this person. Yeah, you could have been really gracious to this person that is haunting them. You didn't really turn up on them the way that you could have. You didn't really stick that knife in their back the way that you could have. You didn't, Queen of Swords, not in the reverse now. They may have been expecting you to come off as the Queen of Swords in the reverse based on what they did. There's some kind of betrayal, some kind of a real F you that this person gave to you. Undeserving. The Queen of Swords is stern, confident, yet very graceful. Right? Sometimes people would just rather you curse a motherfucker out, right? Like they would just rather you curse them out because then at least your emotions are still there, right? Like the care is still there. But you doing it like this has sort of made this person feel small, right? Smaller. Oh, you're not bigger than the program. That's how they feel like you're coming off. And it is something that is very haunting. Okay. And I also hear daunting. So could this be why they kind of want me to rush through this reading? I'm being placed under a control mechanism to slow walk this. I heard you got time today. You should have time today, or we're gonna make time. Transformations, metamorphosis, and releasing don't happen overnight. So we have divorce, ending a long-term relationship, a split, a separation. Whether there was a marriage here in the 3D, or this could be like a spiritual marriage, right? Like a contract. This is contractual. For some of you, this could be a literal separation, meaning you are married to this person still, or you could have gotten divorced already. And for others of you, this is a spiritual contract. They want you to yell, scream, kick, something, curse them out, let them know that that they still have an effect. And I almost feel like that's why I was getting this slight don't do that in terms of this person's next steps or their approach or how they're going to try to bring this back together, because it doesn't seem as if this person is leaning into this transformation very easily. They're not. They like things the way that they were before. Okay, this is the type of person that lives in La La Land. Everything ain't for everybody. And I feel like that's how you handle the situation. It's just like, we're not compatible. I'm not about to sit here and pretend like we are. I'm not about to sit here and pretend like what you're giving me is enough. Bitch, it's not. I'm not about to sit here and pretend that I'm willing to accept a Page of Cups when I can have an Emperor, when I can have an Empress, when I can have whoever I want. Damn the love. What does love have to do with it when you don't want to step up to the plate? When you want to give me small fries instead of the whole restaurant? So I feel like you talking like that, you being confident in terms of what you want, really triggered this person. Okay? I do. And this is what would have led them to behaving in whatever way that they did. They crossed you in some way. Okay, yeah. Yeah, some dramatic kind of ending, you guys. Or at least dramatic for this person, because I feel like you weren't with the drama. You're not with the rah-rah. They hate that. They want you to get in the ring and fight with them. They want to fight. Like, seriously. I'm hearing they want to fight for this, but they also want that energy from you. They may get ready to start with you, you guys. Okay, yeah, you're too free. What? What do you mean, right? This is definitely giving the energy of it's not over until I say it's over, or we'll see about that. You think that you're free to go off and just do whatever the fuck you want and treat me like a piece of dirt under your shoe? This person may also feel like you have been living a double life. It's the way you're moving that's really haunting to this person, because you were giving cups and then you moved over to these swords, right? So it's really making them question their actual worth, right? This could be somebody who always thought that maybe you were out of their league, but now you're the one showing them that you actually are. Everything ain't for everybody. Like you can't afford this. And you're not even trying, ma'am, sir, bruh, sis. I will say that, right? Like, I feel like this person wasn't even trying. It was just too good. They didn't need to try. Not in their opinion. They didn't. And I feel like they kept up chaos and drama and fights and provoking. Okay, provocation is definitely heavy here, you guys. They regret doing that. They will regret doing this. There's some kind of provoking spirit that this person leaned into rather than a spiritual awakening, rather than a higher self. The provocation is a shadow of this person. They like to bring drama to people who they love. It's how they test you to see if you truly still love them, if you still like them, if you're still into them, right? Like they need that energy. And it's almost like they make it okay in their own mind, because that will then give them license to move forward. But they're only coming forward with a very small cup. I'm so confused. Wait. Let me just take a beat. Because I know they ain't about to say what I think they about to say. Ma'am, sir, bruh, sis, okay? The regret is going to get even worse. Who do you think is going to fight for a page of cups? Are you crazy? That's damn near an empty cup, y'all. Can we just be honest? Can we be real? So this is somebody who wants you to dumb yourself down. They want you to lower your standards, essentially, to be with them. And to so that they can have you without having to transition, without having to truly earn you, without having to really be on your level either. So I feel like this drama that they bring is a dumbing down of your standards of what you're worth, right? Almost like almost like they want y'all to negotiate what you're worth and what they're willing to bring to the table. This ain't no motherfucking negotiation. This ain't no negotiation. Please don't piss me off in here today. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying. I'm gonna need y'all to just listen. Stay out of jail, okay? Because I feel like you tried to be nice. You did. You didn't do all that you could have. You let them go on their way peacefully. You handle this very gracefully, and this person is almost like they would have preferred the fight. So I feel like they're bringing bullshit to your doorstep. Can I just say that? They're starting to piss me off. I'm not gonna lie. You're minding your business. And for some of you, you could have already transitioned and kind of gotten over this person. Now here they come to like stir the pot again. Like, oh no, you don't get to just ride off in the sunset. This gives the energy of somebody feeling. We already know that this is a contract, right? But they can feel you being over them. They can feel you no longer being attached to this emotionally and truly being over this fully. They feel like you're on the cusp of that. So this feels like a attempt to realign, retie yourself to their energy. See, we have moved on in the reverse. I feel you have moved on. This person is unable to move on. There is no movement. There will be no movement. There's the death. You either lie in this abyss or you grow, right? But this is somebody who's feeling like they can control the situation by pulling you back in. And the reason why I say that they might try and trigger you here is because of this. The actions never match the words, but now here they come. It says, I'm about to confess my true feelings. Please be willing to listen. And we have drama right after that. So I feel like these are two different approaches, right? If one doesn't work, then they'll go with the other one. And I'm just saying, continue to be graceful. For some of you, you're like, this person won't even be able to get in contact with me. You'll be surprised. The lengths that they are willing to go through because of their inability to move on. This is also somebody who's possibly really surprised because the Two of Cups is here, that you would have ever moved on from them. While they at one point and possibly still feel like you're out of their league, there's also this energy of this person taking that Two of Cups as you being like blindly and stupidly in love with them, right? Not saying that you were. It's just that they mistook it, right? Like they mistook what you were giving versus what they were giving as you being stuck forevermore. So there was no reason for them to hold up their end of the contract. These are all the things that I'm hearing, right? Like this is their thought process. So you having moved on and them not was never on their bingo card. Like, no. And I almost feel this person feeling like they can turn this around. This feels more like a heads up. If anything, this could of course be like past energy, you guys, okay? So this could be how this person was experiencing the separation and the demise of things in the past. They could have for sure leaned into this death of their ego, of their old self, right? Of their shadow. They could have leaned into that and changed, but based on what the spread is saying, they still believe that they should have access to you based on what you showed them before. How did you just pour these cups out? You know, it's crazy. And it's like this person wants to blame you for the cups that spilled over, but they also don't want to give you credit for the cups that you spilled over on purpose. What have y'all gotten me into? Huh? Yeah, this person spilled over so many cups in this relationship. I feel like they kept disappointing you. It's a very heavy heart before moving forward. Moving forward nonetheless, but with a broken spirit, right? There was a breaking point. I heard straw that broke the camel's back. And this true love card could be what this person genuinely felt from you initially, which is why they're having a hard time accepting that that's gone, right? Or that that's no longer a thing. There's an epiphany here. They spilled over all of these cups, but the only thing that they want to focus on now is the 2 cups that you spilled over. Because it was supposed to be an unbreakable bond. I heard ride or die to the day I die. What? I didn't realize how empty my life was until you left me. And the breaking point card says, I'm reaching my breaking point. I feel pushed to make a decision. Now, why would somebody like this feel like the decision is still on their terms? I heard they drank the Kool-Aid. What? How is it that I'm still holding cups and Aquarius is holding swords? How the fuck did that happen? These are their thoughts, not mine. Okay. And you have moved on. Or at least you are on the brink of fully releasing this cycle completely. This could also be why they're flailing. Okay. You know what it gives? It gives when the situation was going down, you could have been going through a lot, but they're giving me the image of like a duck moving across water, and they seem to just be gliding, right? Easily, gracefully, but under the fucking water, their feet are going to town, right? There's panic and chaos underneath the surface. That's you. And because of that, along with the fact that they haven't been able to move on, I feel like that's what this is really about, you guys. And be honest with you, right? This is where this laser focus on you is stemming from, as well as the switch up. The switch up is crazy, okay? The way you switched it up, crazy as hell. I'm not gonna lie, okay? So while, yes, they have broken the trust many of times, it's this one broken piece of their trust because they feel like now you have broken their trust, because who are you? Who were you before? If this is you now, like, was it all a lie? Was it true? Was it not? Like, they don't know how to take this. So I feel like this person does feel stuck, right? It's like, how do I transform and move forward when I can't even make sense of what actually happened? Along with the fact that you have moved on and they haven't. And you could have definitely experienced, like I said, I get disappointment, I get heartbreak, I get pain, I get, you know, feeling like your hands are tied. Like there's nothing else more that you can do but to release this. Release them to the community where the fuck they want to be. Hello? Yeah, it was very burdensome. Heavy energy, you guys. There was nothing else for you to do. But on top of the surface, you did appear to be moving gracefully through this, in this person's opinion. Yet they are flailing all over the place, all on top of the water and everything. Which is why they want to come in and they want you flailing on top of the water with them. So it's giving protect your energy, protect your peace, protect your new thing. Because I don't get that this person is coming in wanting a fight. They're coming in and they're wanting you to believe the story, right? They're wanting you to, they want to reestablish what I think is false hope in this true love, this unbreakable bond. It's a soulmate, but it does feel karmic. And it feels like somebody who was giving multiple opportunities. So it is a gamble to believe that this is the one time that they actually did change. This is somebody who wants you to choose them over new. Them being the burden, but because it's familiar and it's comfortable and the chemistry is there and you have a lot of history together and they know your body and they know your favorite food and they know how you like it and they know all of it, right? They're banking on that comfortability, that familiarity, that closeness, the comfort that you've already built, and hoping that you, as a fixed sign, who notably doesn't really like to change things too much if you don't have to. That's why I was given that energy of feeling like your hand was forced to do this and hoping that you will choose that over this. This is what it feels like. Okay. We're going to clarify, but that is what it feels like. We have partying here at the bottom of the deck. And we also have all in my head. Yeah. I feel like this person may have been, dibbling and dabbling in escapism. Okay. Sleeping with random people, going out partying, smoking, drinking, anything to get their mind off of Earth and into the clouds. Get their head out of here, because the head is consumed of you being able to, of erasure, them being erased, stressing them out. Major hit to the hugest ego that I've seen in a really long time, right? There's so much emphasis on you moving forward before them, you moving forward without them, you moving forward at all. They really thought you was stuck on them. They want to see if you still, they want to see what it's about, if it's still there, if they still got it, if they still got that pull to move your thermostat up and down. You cannot make this up, y'all. Look at this shit. Oh my God. Look at this shit. I'm sorry. Let me relax myself, please. You got to slow down. You got to calm down. After they go out with these people, after they go out with their friends, right? Once they're by themselves again, boom. Then they do it again the next day. Okay? They might be on dating sites trying to replace you, okay? They're definitely outside. As soon as they're alone, there you go. And all they see is you gliding across the water like nothing happened. Like they never even existed. Their words, not mine. Look, it says, I deleted everything that reminds me of you. They feel like you've deleted them out of your whole life. Like you just, one day they feel like they were the center of your world, 2 of Cups, and true love in the center. And then the next day, ice, baby, okay? The next day, erasure. It's like they weren't even there. They're desperate to know, right? Yeah, this person definitely is having, listen, it's like they're trying not to lose hope that they can resalvage this, right? Bring this back together, rebuild this bridge. I feel like that's what they want, you guys. We have reconciliation on the table, okay? That doesn't mean you have to accept it, but we can at least see where they're going with this. So the stalking is crazy, like out of control. And it's even crazier because for some of you, you don't even post. But guess what? Guess who's still on your page looking at what you posted 3 years ago? You haven't posted in years. They still on that bitch every day. They're losing their mind. They have lost it. Okay, and they want to act like they haven't lost it. You look like you haven't lost it, and they're flailing all over the water. Splashing everybody. They look like they're down there about to drown. Yeah. It's like, where did the person that I groomed? That's what I heard, y'all. What the heck is this? Where did the person that I groomed to be my one and only? Where did they go? They absolutely feel like you're living a double life with the way that you escape this, with the way that you escape their grasp, or the way that you escape. It's not really about escaping their grasp. This is about emotional ties, right? This person heavily relies upon people loving them to be able to get away with bullshit. I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it. It doesn't matter how far I run, my heart will always run back to you. This is how you made them feel. And then you switched it up. And you looking good. I'm not gonna lie, okay? You looking good. They could be smelling your perfume or your cologne somewhere. They remember how you used to smell. If they're dating, baby, the comparisons are crazy. And this is somebody who is, I get asshole from this person. I'm sorry. I get them telling these people what you used to do. Well, my ex used to wear her hair like that. And my ex, he used to, you know, wear this kind of cologne. I don't like the one you wearing. I don't like how you doing that. Oh my God, what? Bro. And then they'll say that to those people, right? Because they don't really want to be there. This is so that they could escape this. Hello? 9 of Swords is what this is giving. And then they go home. And then they right back all up in their head. Yeah. There is no escape. There is no escape. So they almost feel like they have to do this, whatever they're about to do, y'all. I don't know. It's like a little warning. I don't know. This is not to fearmonger. It's not. This is what it is, right? Your intuition is strong. You've really seen everything that you needed to see. But I don't know if you see this coming. To be honest with you. Otherwise, it wouldn't be showing up. Let's hop over to the extended. We're going to really dig in and see where this is all going. I need to know this person's purest intentions, okay? Let's see what type of time their mind is on. This could all be past energy, you guys, by the way. Death card was the very first card out. But please understand that just because the death shows up, okay, people don't always choose rebirth. Sometimes they just remain dead. Hello? So that's really what I'm trying to find out. Yeah, the transformation showed up for you. Did you take advantage of it? Did you do it? Like, did you do the work? Did you actually evolve? Did you have your metamorphosis? Or are you still in transition? Trying to block what's coming in by way of playing on your emotions. We'll also see what they hope to become of things. Okay? I would love to know what your lesson was in all of this. That's going to be the silver lining in terms of why this had to happen. because it wasn't easy, but you're handling it very gracefully. Okay, that's what they keep saying. The duck sliding across the water. You seem to be handling it very well. That doesn't mean that it's not bothering you or that it hasn't bothered you. I don't feel like it's for naught, though. I feel like there is beauty for your ashes at the end of this journey. So I would love to know what your lesson is so that we can make sure we're not repeating things, and we can make sure that that intuition is A1. This is a tempting person for some of you. So that's going to be important. Let's also look to see if they've made any significant changes. And if so, what? What do they believe they did wrong? How do they plan to make things right? That doesn't mean you have to accept it. I'm just letting you know what they own. Let's see what they're going to do next, how they're approaching this. What's the offer? And we'll look at the best possible outcome. Okay? Good or bad? For those of you going in the opposite direction, I need to see how you can best set yourself up for success in the next cycle, right? No more meeting the same person, different face. Yes? Okay. What do they suggest you do to set yourself up for success in the next cycle? What blockages might you need to release that haven't already been addressed? And then we will get into new love. New love wanted to show up anyways, right? So we're going to clarify this, see who they are, what they're like, what their personality is like, when, how you will meet them. Okay, what they own. What are they looking for exactly? Are they here to waste your fucking time, or should you, should you even invest in this? Let's see why they are single, and we'll see what the best possible outcome of that is. Okay, is there potential for longevity? We will of course pull time frames, like I said, for the new and for the old, and we will pull advice. Okay, so without further ado, click the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. We got a lot to unpack in the extended. I might have to slow burn that one as well. Pray for me, y'all, but it's okay. I'm gonna see y'all over there. Let's go.